Oh, good morning, everybody. Whew. It's been a little while. I thought I'd check in and see how things are going. Just kind of say hi. I'm in Banny right now. I've done a little interior decorating. If you've noticed, there's Broby and my carpet. Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of months, and I've come to the realization that I don't really make videos. Like, I just don't have, I don't know if it's the endurance. That's what it is. Like, there is an endurance to this, man, because like I like making videos, but then it's like, oh yeah, well, then I gotta transfer the video when I get home, and then I gotta edit the video, and I gotta upload the video, and that's not hard in and of itself, but like if you try to like commit to a schedule, like I don't know how people like Adam the Woo, who makes the Daily Woo, like how he makes daily vlogs, like that's intense, or anybody that can do them weekly or whatever it is. I can't. I've tried, and I'm just like, I'd rather do something else. So I'll stop making videos just because I want, I'm like, oh, it's taking up too much time, and then I'll end up doing nothing, which is, of course. So anyway, yeah, what's been going on recently, just been kind of crazy. Oh man, I gotta get my coffee, dude. This is not gonna work out. Fuck it, we'll just put it there. Oh God. Try not to, oh Jesus. All right, there we are. Oh my God. Oh, jeez, guys, right there. Here's my coffee. Oh my God. So, anyway, all right. So what's been going on? Okay. So I guess it all started a few months ago when my uncle, who I only remember from my childhood, he passed away, and he was living up in Northern California, and we found out through a call from the police. One of my siblings set up a wellness check with the sheriff's department to check on him like once a month, and they finally called and said he's no longer with us. And so my sister ran up to Northern California to go deal with that. And then anyway, we got kind of pulled into it because he kind of owned property, kind of owned a house, but not really. It was a crazy scene. Anyway, so I was dealing with that, and so that went on for a while. And then I thought that was a Waymo. They've got the new like Waymos, not robo-taxis. Robo-taxis are supposed to be Tesla, but I don't think those are ever gonna happen. So, anyway, after that, had some family issues going on, and then I'm trying to think how this all played out. I don't know. Then my daughter she works for a film production company. She does set design out in the valley. And she got really injured on the job, like with some equipment. So she calls one morning and says she's in the ER. And my wife and I are like, oh my God. So we drive like an hour and a half out to the valley. And anyway, she's good. She's not great, but it's her feet. So, she's okay. She's just healing right now. But she got, it dealt with her feet, and she's just, trying to get an appointment to go see a specialist right now, so she's just kind of at home chilling, painting birdhouses right now. She's in bed playing Fortnite and painting birdhouses, which I think is adorable. And so we were dealing with that for quite a while, and then there was some other stuff in the background. I don't want to talk about that. Then one day, I gotta put my coffee down. Oh my goodness. And then, oh, gross. And then, oh yeah, you guys see the new, I've got new window shades up, grapefruits and bananas, and my new, I love the 80s blanket that I got off of Amazon for $35. It literally is like it's like, it's not a blanket, I can't explain it. It is the flimsiest material, like, it is like, it's kind of like malleable. It's like just thick paper, kind of. I mean, it's obviously cotton or whatever, but it's meant to be a blanket, but it is like not. It's like white, and then they just print on the other side of it, right? And oh god, it's hilarious. Anyway, I like the color, so I got it. There's like a Rubik's Cube, there's like a tape cassette, there's a I Love 80s. It's so cool. Anyway, so yes, so she's at home. So now I'm like, okay, we're kind of like getting back into life, you know. And I end up going for a walk at lunch during work one day, and I'm a little distracted because of everything that's going on. And I see this neighbor, and this neighbor, as I go outside on the sidewalk to go for my walk at lunch, I see the neighbor like kind of coming over, and I'm like, oh, this guy, he's super sweet. His name's Monty. He is like the sweetest guy in the world. I love this guy, but he will not stop talking. Like, I've been caught on the sidewalk with him for over an hour and a half, just like, all right, man, I gotta go. And it's to the point where I gotta like literally like physically shake his hand and be like, I'm leaving, and that's how you get out of it. But he captures everybody. Every time I see him, he's like talking to somebody on the sidewalk, and they're just there, just trapped. That guy can talk, man. But anyway, he's coming toward me. I'm like, oh, so I kind of wave, I turn around and just get the hell, I go in the other direction and like go around the corner for my walk. And I'm up in this neighborhood, and I'm not really kind of like paying attention, and I kind of look behind me to see if he's following me, because this dude walks also. He walks like a lot. When he's not talking to people, he's walking. I think he goes for walks to find people to talk to. He's the coolest dude. He really is. He's an OG like Ford mechanic. So cool. He's like this little Italian guy. He cusses up a storm, and he can't hear anything, so he talks really loud. So he'll just start like, yeah, these fucking people, I tell you, they don't know what they're doing anymore. Don't get me started about the kids on the e-bikes. I love that guy, man. Anyway, so I'm going for a walk, and I'm not really familiar with this part of, you know, whatever. And I like go to cross the street, and I'm looking behind me to see if my neighbor's following me. His name's Monty. And I fall into a hole. This dude's got shit going on in his yard, and I fucking fall into a hole, and I fucking eat it into the street. I'm like laid out. I'm like, ha. And my ankle is like in a different direction, and it's like gone numb. And I'm like, oh, I'm like an old ass dude who is just fallen in the street. I think, oh shit, because I'm always like, dude, if you ever fall, especially at, you know, at my age, just get the hell home. Don't try to tough it out. So I get up, and I'm like limping really bad. I'm like, all right, I'm moving my foot. I'm like, it's not broken. It's just really fucked right now. So I'm walking around, and I'm like, you know, maybe I can do it. You know, my like 20-year-old brain is like, dude, you're fine. You know, it's a beautiful day out. Just finish your walk. I'm like, no, don't do it. Go home. So I turned around, I walked home, and I'm like limping, and I get home, and my freaking ankle turns into a watermelon. I'm like, yeah, maybe I was good, smart thing not to like keep walking on it. But anyway, that was over like 2 weeks ago, and it still kind of hurts. But anyway, so that was that. So now my daughter is in bed because of her feet, and her ankles are jacked up. And then like I must have had a sympathy fall, because now I'm fucked. I'm like, oh. I get home, my wife's like, that wasn't a very long walk. I'm like, yeah, I kind of ate shit in the road, but you know, I'm all right. She's like, oh my God. And then turns out my mother-in-law, who's very elderly, she had her first fall into a parking lot too. So we all started falling down. I don't know, the universe was just like, bloop, you all fall down. We were like, it's crazy. So that happened. And then I'm in bed chilling one night, and and then the day before, my job laid off more people, like a bunch of people. But they were all people like I was working with. They were like on the engineering team and they were like gone. I'm like, oh God damn, that was a close one. So now I'm like, shit, that was close. Like that was the 5th layoff of that company that I survived, thankfully. I don't even know what to say. So I'm in a weird head state now, and my ankle's like jacked up, and my daughter's at home, and she's all jacked up, and my freaking mother-in-law's like laid out, you know, she's got like shit going on with her. I'm like, man, the world's falling apart. And then I got totally sick, and I just started feeling better. Kind of. And so I was laid out for like 2 days with the flu, but I had to like work, and it was really, really hard. But thank God I worked from home, because I would run into the other room and take a nap, and then I would come back and I'd do a little work, and then I'd take another nap, and I'd be like, oh my God. And then I'd go back and have a meeting. And then anyway, so I'm very, very fortunate that I have a job, and I'm very, very fortunate that I have a job where I can be sick and still work and take a nap. Oh my God, the whole thing. All right, so there was that. So yeah, man, things have been just kind of crazy and good, but crazy. And then, yeah, that's all. And right, the story about me getting almost sucked into the Marines. So I'm like, this is back in like 1990. I'm 17 years old. I think that's right, because I'm something close to that. Anyway, so my friend calls me up, and he had just signed up for the Marines. And it was like a weekend. He's like, hey man, you want to go to the mall? I'm like, yeah, I want to go to the mall. You know, because I was like, just came back from the gym. I was like really into the gym at that time. And I had to go buy some like new high tops for the gym. And I'm like, yeah man, let's go to the mall. So he picks me up, which I thought was weird, because like he never picked me up before, and we never really hung out like together. It was always like in our friend group. And so we go to the mall. We go to Torrance in Del Amo Mall, and we go there, and he's pretty quiet the whole time, you know, we're just listening to, he was like really into music, would find these really obscure bands. One of the names Was Not Was, that was like one of the bands. He introduced me to Queensryche, which was huge back then, kind of one of those operatic, conceptual bands. I'm trying to think. Anyway, he got these really weird bands and make tape cassettes, and we'd listen to them in his car, because he had like this Radio Shack subwoofer in the back of his Ford Escort, which he blew out his back window, because it was like one of these hatchbacks, but it had a really weird angle, and he put plexiglass in the back of it to replace it. So the plexiglass would like bend whenever the bass was going. So we would drive around and listen to these really weird bands, and they were awesome. Anyway, we're in the mall, and we're walking up to the shoe store. I'm like, yeah, man, I gotta go get some shoes, man, for the gym. He's like, yeah, okay, hold on, let's just dip into here real fast. I'm like, what is this, the Marine Recruiting Center? Okay. He's like, I gotta talk to my recruiter. I'm like, you got a recruiter? He's like, yeah, man, I just signed up for the Marines. It's super cool. And I'm like, oh, wow. So we go in there, and he says something to this guy, and they shake hands, and I'm just sitting there, and I got like really long hair, you know, in high school. It like goes down to my shoulders and stuff. And I've got like just raging acne, and I am just like, I'm in the Bill and Ted phase of my life. Like, just, what's up? You know, like, I don't know what's going on in life at all. And so he says, hey, I want to introduce you to my recruiter. And he's like, hello, sir. And I'm like, hey. And he's like, I've got your paperwork started. Let's get you processed. I'm like, whoa, what does that mean? He's like, well, we're going to get you into the Marines. And I look at my friend, I'm like, oh, you know, I'm like, all right. So he's like, he's got my form filled out. Now, the reason this is happening is because my friend gets some sort of like a bonus, or he gets like another level of, he doesn't enter as the lowest rank. I think he can get up if he gets enough people signed up or whatever. There's some promotion going on with the Marines. Or he gets some, I think it's a bonus. I think that's what it was. Anyway, so he got me all kind of like signed up with this guy, and then I'm standing there, and my friend nudges me. He's like, you stand at attention when you're talking to a recruiter. I'm like, okay. So I'm standing like this. And in the corner of my eye, I'm like, I see the shoe shop in the mall. And I'm like, dude, I got to get some. And I'm like, bro, can we hurry? I got to get some like, I'm like, bro, can we hurry? I'm like, I got to get some high tops. And the guy goes, you're going to go buy some high tops? I said, yeah. He's like, oh, well, that reminds me, do you have any problems with your feet? I'm like, yeah, man, I got like total flat feet. I'm like, look. And I show him my feet, and he's like, okay. He's like, do you have any other health issues? I'm like, nah, I'm like, oh, actually, yeah. I'm like, I have heart issues. I'm like, my heart stops and I pass out. But, you know, my doctor says it's okay. And he just looked at me like, he looks at his friend, and my friend looks at me, he's like, nudged me, he's like, don't say that. I'm like, well, it's true, man. I'm like, I almost died on the football field the other day. Oh my God, the whole thing was so wild. I'm standing there, I'm dressed in like a clown outfit because I just came back from the gym, and I have these like MC Hammer pants on, and I have this like colorful like workout shirt with no sleeves, but it's a sweater, and I'm wearing this like corduroy hat sideways, and I got this long ass bleach blonde hair, and I'm like, dude, can we go get shoes? And the guy looks at me, he's like, you're free to go. And I'm like, and I like salute him, I'm like, all right. And then I run off to the shoe store, which is across the street. I don't even know the name of it. And I go and I find my shoes. And the reason I was so anxious is because I think they were called Bryce Knights. They were known as BKs. Those were the shoes you got. They were high tops, they were white. They were made out of like, I guess leather or patent, I don't know, but they had the alligator texture to them. They were so cool. And I needed them because like I was doing squats at the gym, and these were the only shoes that really gave me support. And they look cool too. And so I saw some guys over there like looking at my Bryce Knights. They were white, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get over there. So I just hustle out of there, and I go, and I'm like looking at the shoes, and then my friend comes up a couple minutes later, and he's like, man, why'd you do that? And I'm like, what? He's like, you totally made me look like a fool. He said something like, oh, I need to get better friends. Like, I need to get real men for friends. Anyway, yeah, I skirted. I mean, that guy, now that I think about it, he had my friend gave him all that information on me, my name, my address, how old I was. He was ready to just have me sign those papers and I was going to be in the Marines. Like, it was just that easy. I'm like, dude. And I thought about that over the years. I'm like, damn, man, that guy, like, almost got me signed up for the Marines. And thank God, I mean, I guess they would have asked those medical questions anyway, but, and I don't know if the guy I guess he thought I was sincere enough, but I just look like, a mess, man. And he's like, get out of here. We need real men. Anyway, that's my story. Let me kind of show you what's going on here with Vanny. So I got the curtains put up. I got my new little things in the back windows, and there's my beautiful hot pink carpet, because yeah, nothing says man more than that. All right, guys, just checking in to say hi. I will talk to you later.